Hi guys, it's me, Miss Galuzzi. I don't know if you recognize me without my glasses, but it's me. Listen, I know if you're watching this, it's because you have a sub, and I did not want to leave the sub with such extensive lesson plans as creating the bobblehead portion of your bobblehead. So we're going to go back to the line and emotional line and color portion of the lesson that we kind of left off before. Now, before you start groaning and say, wah, wah, I'm bored with that, we are going to start creating our own personalized emotional line artwork today. So it's going to be very unique, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So let's go. Let me just get myself ready. I'm going to move it on. Here we go. We're walking. How's it going? We're walking. Yeah. Oh, wait. First of all, what's happening to the back of my head? I don't know. Got some sort of dust or maybe it's the sugar from the pita cookies. Anyways, so here we go. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Expectations. Let's see. Consequences. Yes, I hope you and your sub are aware of this. This is always posted here, and you're going to be respectful and responsible. Okay, let's walk over here. Here is the board with the lesson plan written out, but of course, sometimes people draw on it. So, you know what? Hold on. Instead of you looking at the back of my head, let me just take the camera from the cameraman. Thank you. There you go. Now, you're not going to see me anymore because I'm holding the camera. Wink, wink. Okay, so here is an example of a finished project. Now, yours is obviously not going to look the same because you are you and I am I and so on and so on. And we learned through, what was the word? Synesthesia, that everyone sees color and interprets color and sound differently. And it's a very unique thing, which makes us all special and different. So, I just want to show this as an example. You also have, as you can see, the lessons written down on here. But as you know, sometimes people come in and write on the whiteboard, wah, wah, not respecting me, and make it a little bit messy. So I'm just going to have you guys watch this YouTube video while you are exploring, okay? So no one should have anything in their hands right now. You should just be watching this video. I promise you, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry. We're going to all have a bonding moment at the end. I digress. First thing is always the same. You pick up your pencil and you write your name. Now this is written on the back side of your emotional line paper. Write it a little bit big, but don't press too hard because the imprint might affect the front. So if you forgot your class code, that's fine. Just put your name and your period that you're on. Like, so if it's 7th period, put 5/7. If it's 3rd, put 5/3, so on and so on. So as you can see, number 2, think, and I put those little wah-wah lines. They're not J's. They're like, because I'm, fabulous like that. And decide on an emotion. Tell no one. Prizes in the future. And if you're going to share your emotion with other people, you might be sharing it with a person that's not on your team. So trust me, keep your emotion or adjective about a person secret. Number 3, design lines that represent the emotion you choose. Now, remember when we did that group activity where everyone was looking at those black lines and you guys all came up with very unique descriptions on what the lines were and why, and you use these fabulous abstract ways of thinking. I want you to do that again for today. I want you to create lines that are based solely on your emotion. Now, don't think, I can just put any line, she'll never know. I'm going to be asking you for descriptors. This time, it's not going to be a group activity. I'm going to be asking you one-on-one with me why you put the lines where. So make sure that you make those lines appropriately. Now, when you do that, you can use either pencils and then add oil pastels and soft pastels, or you can go right into it if you feel bold and feel confident. Now, as I said, right now, you're going to be using both oil and soft pastels, and I'm going to introduce those in a second. After you have your lines, you're then going to decide on color or colors and add that. And as I say in number 4, you will layer the color. Continue layering and creating. And this is a nice example of what I'm looking for. Okay? You will not finish this today. If you did, dun, da, 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 you went too fast and you're not done. So don't think that you're going to at all. I have some challenges that I put on here, and that's what I'm going to discuss with you right now using the actual materials that we're going to be using, okay? And we're walking and we're talking. Now, as you can see, we have 2 types of pastels, oil pastels and soft pastels. We got them from cabinet 4. They're clearly labeled, so when you put them back, make sure that they're put back exactly where they belong. Say it with me. What kind of pastels go here? Did I hear correctly? Oil pastels? You're right. What kind of pastels go here? Did I hear correctly? Soft pastels? You are correct. All right, so back to this loveliness. That is our 2 materials. Each table is going to get a set of both the soft and the oil. So let me just get a piece of paper, and obviously I think I'm going to have your paper left out, but if not, you'll see it's in cabinet 7. Open it up. You're going to see there's tons of it. Just please don't use more than one. You're going to want to just take the one paper that you're using. Oh, there's an example on the floor. How lovely. And you're going to decide all your stuff. So if you make a mistake, you're still going to have to live with it because it's 1 paper per person. So a couple of things, what I was talking about with oil pastels and with soft. Let me show you some challenges and questions you might have with both. And then I promise we're getting close to the end of the video so you can begin working on your own amazing abstract masterpiece. Okay, number 1, soft pastels. They're like, people might think, oh, they're just chalk, but they're very expensive pieces of chalk. And so I don't want you to waste them. There's a lot of things that I don't want you to do with soft pastels, but be aware you're going to be using an apron because I just want to show you by touching it once. Look at my hand, and that's just me touching it. When you're going to be working with it, your hands are going to get pretty dirty, and I'll explain how to clean it in a second. Holy goodness, this video is long. Okay, quickly. You're going to take a soft pastel. Like I said on the board, if you want to draw a line, you hold it like a pencil. And you write the word line. L-I-N-E, line, okay? That makes a line. If you want to use the side, that's going to apply. Oops, hold on. Let me put this camera down. I'm going to have you have a nice view of the soft pastels for a second. Ooh, this was dirty. If you find that your soft pastels are dirty, just give them a good scrub on the backside, and then you'll have a nice, clear, smooth. That's when you just use the side of it for your line. I mean, for your blending. Blending also occurs when, well, I have dirt on my hand, like I have other colors on my hand, but you can use your finger or even a tissue if you don't like the feel of it to blend, okay? And you can use both line and blending. And the colors together are glorious. You want to make sure that you're aware of what goes with what. You don't want to mix complementary colors, like no red with green, it makes a litty gray, and so on and so on. So that's soft pastels. A couple of things before I move on to oil, and you guys can get started, is when you are using these, I don't want you to be drawing on your face. I don't want you to be drawing on your hands or arms. You are not in preschool. Although some of you act like it sometimes. I know you are not in preschool. So, and also Mr. Cardamone saw a class one time that left without washing their hands, and he was furious, and they all got reflection rooms. I ain't kidding. So, yes, I used the word ain't. So, please, behave. Warm water, not cold, and 2 pumps of the soap will get your hands sparkling clean. Like this. So, you don't need to use a lot. Also, there's those great things called paper towels. Please, when you take them and use them, no one wants to touch your gnarly looking paper towels. So make sure it goes in the garbage, not next to it. Underneath the sink is where the aprons are. Just the same tip, when you return the aprons, please do not throw them on the floor. They belong in the basket. Okay, so that's my hoo-ha for soft pastels. Let's bring in the big guns. I call these big guns because they are bold, bright, and fast. Zoop, zoop. I didn't even press hard. Just some great layering because it's oil pastels, so you're going to be able to build up a nice amount. And then maybe you want to layer on top of it. It blends like a dream. And then, oh, I want to add some more, but this time I want to add soft pastels. Can you do it? Why, yes. You can just add, sorry, I'm only holding it with one hand, but you can add it and blend it, and it makes Neo-Kino results, okay? So have fun with it. I just did an example for the other class, and which was on the floor. And as you can see, it gives you this really rich, in-depth result. This is with oil pastels and soft pastels, okay? So if you have any questions, please ask your sub. But in the meantime, I think you will be great, and I believe in you, and you will not finish this today. Remember, thank you, Mr. Cameraman, for taking the camera. If you are naughty, I will make sure to talk to the sub, or the sub will make sure to talk to me through sub notes, and I will have ways of knowing. I'm watching you.